we're here at Fan Expo. The craziness is going on at the Space booth because we're here with the cast of Bitten, the new show coming out this fall on Space. And I've got Greyston, Holt, and Bryk, who are members of the cast. We're going to be talking about the show. So you guys are doing this, and it's werewolves.
Yes.
Right? Because unfortunately, everything seems to be top secret about this. Like, they try to keep it down, like, other than you guys are in it.
Right.
But, you know, what can you guys tell us about the show itself?
Well, the show is based on a series of novels written by Kelley Armstrong, right. The Bitten series. Greyston plays Clay Danvers, who's sort of my adopted son, and I play Jeremy Danvers, the pack alpha. And it's really a story that pivots around Elena, who's the first female werewolf, the only female werewolf, and the pull between her passionate love for Clay and the allure and the loyalty to the pack, and a life she's trying to forge in Toronto. And it's really intense and action-packed, and I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people.
For you guys, each individually as actors, like what really like drew you into these roles? Like, what attracted you to these characters specifically?
I was broke and I just needed a job. So.
That'll do it.
If it was about were pigs, I would have taken no. No, it's Clay. It's a very interesting role for me. It's definitely it's new territory for me. He can be extremely brutal at times, but at the same time he's very passionate and loyal towards the pack and towards Elena, and it's such a fun ride to play Clay. And another thing too is I grew up in a very rural area, and I'm really in touch with nature, and I used to actually run around the forest, which is what I do in the show. Okay. And so it's been fun. I feel like a kid sometimes.
Yeah, and Clay is, I mean, the character is very complicated, the character Greyston's playing, and I think that he finds such an amazing balance between the beast, the animal within, and also a conscience, a vulnerability, and that conflict. I think is a very nuanced performance.
Oh, thank you.
For me, with the point of my life that I'm at, I have kids, I have a family, and right. Sort of the definition of manhood in a modern world, and to be the pack alpha really was, it resonated with me. And it was something that I wanted to explore, and then to get the chance to work with this amazing young cast and take from them as much as give to them has been a really amazing adventure for me, and something that I hope we continue for seasons and seasons to come.
Right.
But heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Right. Excellent. You know, I am really looking forward to it, and, you know, because I love genre stuff. You know, right. That's what we like to focus in on with our show. Do you guys, like, with the amount of genre shows that are out there, did you guys have any trepidation about going into something like this?
No, I don't think that, I mean, is it saturated? I don't think so, because what it does is it's a context for a very human story. So we're set in this incredible action-packed world of blood and violence and retribution and revenge. And, you know, we're wolves, but as actors, we're concentrating on the human elements of it. So that's sort of like a backdrop for the story, and the wolves are CG, and they have their place in the story, but it's not really a story about wolves, it's a story about a family, love, passion, violence.
And I think what's interesting too, it's kind of like I'll take Walking Dead for an example. Like, it's yes, there are zombies, but it's how they deal with the fact that there are zombies. And I think our show it takes place in a very real, recognizable world, and it's kind of how we deal with being werewolves, which is the interesting part of the show. And then, like Greg said, it's, you know, this pack mentality, and it's almost like a bit of a mafia type show. We're
yeah.
we're like
it's
a
the Harry Godfather,
family.
really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yes, I mean,
yeah.
All right, so I'm still here at the Space booth after talking to some other members of the cast. I got a chance now to speak with the lovely Laura Vandervoort, who is also quite scary to me because I have seen many of her roles, and you can be in your other characters a little aggressive and a little intimidating.
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
No, it's okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. So with Bitten, right? So you're going to be playing, you know, a supernatural kind of character. You're playing a werewolf.
Yes.
What was that like for you, like coming into something like this, where you've done some other genre stuff, like with V and Smallville in the past, obviously, but doing something like this, you know, and the main star, like, this is you. This is all on you now.
This is the first time I've been a lead on a series. I've been reoccurring.
Right.
or a co-star to the lead, but I've never been the lead where I'm in every day, every scene, and I love it, and I couldn't be more pleased with the cast and the crew and the show, and Elena herself. I've really fallen in love with my character and how layered she is, and the action and the love and the gore. I mean, this show really has everything that I was looking to do.
Right.
And the fact that it's in Toronto, my hometown, just adds, cherry on top for me.
Must make life easier for you. It's like, yeah, I can sleep here. I don't have to travel like 17 hours to another town and live there in a hotel or.
Well, I'm in a hotel right now. Next season, I'll figure it out.
So now with Bitten, let's get back to what we really want to talk about here. Right? Obviously, is Bitten and your character. What brought you to her? Like when you read this, like there has to, usually you talk to actors that it's like. This character had this, or this aspect of their role, or whatever it was. Like, what really drew you into her? Like, really made you identify with her?
Again, I love sci-fi because they have strong women who can take care of themselves, who are dominant, who can fight. And I spoke to JB, one of our producers, months ago, before we started shooting, about the project, and read the books, and fell in love with the fact that. The pack mentality, really. The fact that she's torn between two families, one being the wolf side and the internal draw to being with them and to be there for the pack as much as she hates being a werewolf. And that the fact that she's torn between the wolf and then her human boyfriend in Toronto. I just thought it would make for really great television. And our DP is excellent. It's just dark. It looks like a feature film. I love Tim Burton. I love horror movies. I love that genre, and this felt like it had all of those qualities as well as the romantic side to it. So that's what drew me to it. And then Kelley Armstrong, obviously, and a little tidbit of information. Elena Michaels' birthday in the book is actually my birthday, so it sort of felt like it was meant to be.
Nice.
Yeah.
We were. I was speaking earlier and with some of the other cast, and they mentioned. That the show is, it's got some rough edges, so, and you just mentioned it as well, but with the romance angle, and I've heard that the trailer that was just shown at the panel was a little hot and heavy.
Yeah, I had not done anything this adult before,
right?
And so that was a bit of a challenge for me. I had to get over, but I got to know the guys, and it became very easy. That sounds wrong, but the nudity became a little easier once I was comfortable. It is very sexy and very hot, and I mean, they are werewolves, so it's the animal instinct to be attracted to one another, and I believe werewolves mate for life. So she's really pulling away from that and trying to have the human life, and that's the draw. It's the sexual tension. It's all of that animal grit. Yeah.
Excellent. I really can't wait. And unfortunately, we still don't have a date yet, which I can't tell you that right now.
January is all I know.
Yeah, so as I was calling it earlier, it's late fall, but coming soon, January 2014 on Space with the lovely Laura Vandervoort and many other great Canadian actors. And it takes place in Toronto. Like, who wouldn't want to watch this? And werewolves.
And
really,
werewolves.
Werewolves. Grr. Guys, check it out. Late fall, i.e. January.
Like snowy fall.
Yeah, like January.
Yeah.
It's the new fall.
The new fall.
It's the new fall.